Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Corey, better known as the C-Man, and I want to welcome you to another edition of the C-Man's Cinema Sit Down. Yes, I have been on a crazy Nope tear. I've seen that movie 3 times, and I enjoy it more and more each time. I love me some Jordan Peele. He's working in that UFO flying saucer realm of horror. Everything I love. But we're pausing our run of Nope viewings to turn my attention to Netflix and a movie directed by the Russo Brothers starring Chris Evans and Ryan Gosling. Those are 3 things that just naturally get me very excited. However, I'm seeing mixed reviews out there, which I was a little surprised by. What am I talking about? Why don't you pull up a chair? Take a seat. We are getting ready to take a watch and then talk spoiler-filled about Netflix's The Gray Man. And like I said, I'm pumped. I love me some Russo Brothers. I love me some Chris Evans, especially when he's got that mustache. I love me some Ryan Gosling. And it seems like it should be a very good collaboration. And I haven't read any reviews or what people are saying. But, like, you know, you just type in, like, Gray Man, you'll get, like, the general scores. And they're kind of in the middle coming from the critics. I haven't seen what audiences have said yet because the movie literally just came out. But I was kind of surprised that they were in the middle of the road. I get that, like, Cherry didn't work for everybody, but that wasn't, like, action thriller. And I really think that's where the Russo brothers thrive. I mean, 2 movies that they've produced since Endgame, with Cherry being the only one that they've directed, Extraction and 21 Bridges, I thought were both extremely enjoyable. Both starred people that they had worked with on the Marvel side. So, man, you got Gray Man, you got Gosling, you got Evans, you got a couple of agents going toe-to-toe. Like, I'm here for it. So, we're going to find out maybe why people are in the middle of the road, but I'm hoping to have a good time. And if I have a good time, hopefully you'll have a good time because there'll be good things going on in this whole space. So let's not waste any more time. We got 2 hours in front of us, which is honestly, considering that, like, the Russo brothers, when they do big action, the last few I've seen, they've been very, very long, which is fine by me when I'm in a theater. I don't know if I'm like I feel like 2 hours should be perfect for the Gray Man. So let's not waste any more time, and let's dive in to what we're getting with the second directorial feature for the Russo brothers since Endgame with the Gray Man. And
You gonna write that down?
I'm not gonna write anything down.
is he in prison?
You want some gum?
Interesting.
Okay, you got it.
Bubblicious watermelon wave. What do you say?
I love me some Billy Bob. Oh, Bubblicious.
If you think I'm gonna rat somebody out for Bubblicious, you got another thing coming too. Watermelon or not.
It's one of the rare artificial watermelon things I always loved.
Born 1980, incarcerated 1995, eligible for parole in 2031. My name is Donald Fitzroy, and I'm here to commute your sentence.
What's the catch?
You work for us,
Who's us?
the CIA. You would exist in the gray.
In the gray. I like that. Makes sense.
Now I'm here to help you become a value add instead of a value lost. So why don't you take all the pain or whatever the hell got you here, turn it around and make it useful.
I like that.
How long do I gotta work for you?
Let's just say you'd be indefinitely useful.
The Birth of an Assassin. Ooh, that's a little cool opening. I like that. It's like flip to like an artist. Ooh. They went Marvel logo style with the Gray Man. Alright, Russo brothers. I see you. But like that's there's a high bar to just throw in your face right like that visually. Like that's 18 years later. Yeah, babe, let's go. Bangkok. Looks like a man over the last 18 years lost his soul a little bit, but has all the confidence in the world at what he does. That's what I'm picking up in his face. Ooh, Anna. Love her so much. I am intrigued. Also, this red suit that Gosling has on. The colors, the visual. Russos, man, they know how to capture a visual, that's for sure. It's underneath. Interesting. Oh, they're the real guns. Yeah, there's the real gun.
6, you copy?
Ooh, look at that scar.
6 copy.
Sir, I have him.
Langley. Uh-oh.
6. This is Denny Carmichael, your center chief.
Our target, codenamed Dining Car, is selling information that could severely compromise national security.
Oh, this guy. Always bad.
Get rid of it. Relax. That's on his way. Tell me to relax. I want my money. It's just transfer.
Oh, wow, he's 2 floors above him?
Target acquired.
Execute.
Oh no, it's a kid.
There's a kid near the mark.
You're cleared for collateral.
Come
Stand by. Gun jammed.
on. Reggie Page is not happy. I'm excited to see him do something other than Bridgerton. I think it's like the first thing I've seen him in since.
Shit.
6, was that you?
Deals off.
So nonchalant, I love it. Oh. Oh no! I love Ana de Armas. She's becoming a little action star too. I love it. Oh! It is so pretty.
You know I know who you are. They didn't tell you who I am, did they?
They never do.
I'm Sierra 4.
What?
That's probably not gonna make you walk away, is it?
Oh, that's gonna set up a freaking great fight in this close quarter area. Come on. Whoa. Oh! Got him.
If you're Sierra, who recruited you?
That's right. Same as you. Hey, take this. Bring the bastard down. You give him hell 6.
What was that?
Very discreet.
I thought this would be clean.
He wasn't.
He said he was Sierra.
That wasn't in the mission folder.
He knew who I was.
Maybe he had access to stolen intel.
From Sierra, there is no intel.
This is why I wanted the Sierra program made extinct.
Is that? I think that's. That is Jessica Henwick. I freaking love her. I hope she gets some badass action. She's phenomenal in that realm.
You 42 regular?
Pull the land.
I like that track jacket. It gives me dry vibes.
What happened with the target, 6? Tell me what I don't know.
Well, that's the problem, isn't it?
I like that track jacket and even that, that silly mask. They're starting to give me Drive vibes, which if Gosling 6 starts to go down that route, I love Drive. That's one of my favorite Gosling roles.
Let me ask you a question. Did 4 have a scar on his right chin?
Yeah.
They just had me stick a fork in him. He gave me something they really want.
Where are you?
Bangkok.
There's an airfield near Chiang Mai. Get to it. Watch your back.
You too.
Oh, good. I'm glad Billy Bob's not bad. And I like that relationship. Like I said before, I love me some Billy Bob, man. He's so good. As is Miss Henwick.
Why is it always the last stall?
Al Capone booth. I can see everything from here.
He blew off his exfil.
Son!
What do you want to do?
We should have done from the start.
No, absolutely not.
You had your shot.
Lloyd Hansen is a sociopath.
Say that like it's a bad thing.
It's a dangerous thing.
He has methods.
Sociopathic methods.
So sit on him. The guy has a higher kill count than the entire Mossad.
Sociopath. I love this for Evans. That mustache. The mustache polo combo screams sociopath. Oh my god, is it his cheeks? That's a new one.
Damn it, phone's on silent when I'm working. Please.
It's yours. And the jumper cable's to somebody else. I got an urgent locate and destroy.
Give me a name.
Sierra 6. Get it back, make him gone. I'm sending Suzanne to assist.
I'd rather you punch me in the dick.
How close were he and Fitzroy?
Father-son kind of close.
Wheels up number 2. Okay. Oh. It's the chief. For you.
I wonder, she's probably got
Miranda?
Speaking.
Danny Carmichael. See that plane across the way? Get on it. You're meeting me in Berlin.
I'm supposed to be in Singapore.
Not anymore. See you in Berlin.
She's gonna end up teaming with Gosling. That'll put her and Henwick head to head, which will be freaking awesome. I'm here for that kind of showdown. Although I want Henwick to be good. Maybe they start fighting and then they become friends. I'd be down for. I just want the action sequence, and then I want them to be like, "Nah, let's work together."
Lloyd Hansen, Hansen Government Services.
Rings a bell?
Oh, does it? Good, you know my work. That'll make this next part a lot easier. Where is he?
Where's who?
You really want to do this?
Do what?
You know what makes me sad, Don?
Your small hands?
You spent your whole life basically building Sierra from the ground up, and here you are, out to pasture, burying all your old buddies.
So how's the private sector treating you? Does it pay as well as they say, or do you spend most of your time strangling cats?
Who likes cats?
I like cats.
It's a good back and forth.
Let's talk about the mess your boy made.
He doesn't make messes.
Oh, he made it. And judging by your shallow breathing and puckered asshole, I can only assume you know why I'm here.
He has his reasons.
I'm sure he does. But see, that's the beauty of the private sector. I don't care about reasons. Now, I tried to get her to smile, but, you know, kids.
You know the individual you're escorting? I want him terminated. Just make it painless. You understand? Roger that.
Good boy, Vince.
Oh, looks like. Gosling's gonna kill all these guys. Knives all hand to hand. Oh! He's ready. Dude, they make the visual pop, man, to their action sequences. And like, this is useful. Like, he's doing that usefully. Uh-oh! Oh god! Oh my god, it's out the window. Bye-bye. Oh, dude, that was pretty badass. This is getting bad though. Oh my goodness. What? Dude, this is wild. Oh my god. Holy man. How do you get to a place where it's safe to pull that shoot? Holy shit. What? Dude, this is wild. Looks very video gamey. But I am here for the concept. That was nuts. Whew.
Hello? It's me.
Where are you?
Emotionally, I've been better.
The extraction.
They've been better too.
They have my niece.
Hey, Sunshine. Lloyd Hansen here.
Why don't we skip lunch? You can give me the asset you stole, and I won't have to chop your head off.
When you say things like chop your head off, it makes
You sound untrustworthy. So, even if I had this thing, I'm not sure I would give it to you. Oh, I think you would.
Hey, Lloyd.
Yeah. I immediately don't like you.
Looks like you overplayed your hand.
Looks like you need a new phone.
Six's will is preternatural compared to yours.
Don't say preternatural to me. It's an asshole word. Every grade A wet team from here to Reykjavik will be vying for the prestige of killing the infamous Sierra Six.
Oh man, it's very John Wick-esque. I like this.
And that, Dawn, is exactly what bad ethics and zero impulse control will get you. I can kill anybody.
Maybe not anybody. We'll see.
I mean, I felt like it threw you into the movie a little jarringly, but like, I'm here for all of this right now. Like, this is teeing up exactly what I want. Friggin' international globe hopping action romp. This is what I'm here for. And the Gosling Evans, I'm already like, ugh. They complement each other so well. Yin to the yang. But like the same. Their fight sequences are gonna be dope. 2 years earlier.
I have a niece that I'm raising.
Someone in the DC office has accidentally leaked Fitz's address in Hong Kong. Fitz is starting a mission in Brazil tomorrow, which means you are going to babysit.
My brother and his wife died about 3 years ago. And to top it off, Claire was born with a heart condition.
Oh, man.
Last month we put in a pacemaker, and since then she's been in and out of Mount St. Mary's.
Poor thing got dealt a brutal hand.
You guys taught me how to kill people, not care for them.
You don't have to care. Just keep her alive.
Claire, dear, this is Six. He'll be looking after the house while Donald is away.
Six is an odd name.
Yeah. Just, 007 was taken.
We don't chew gum in this house.
I wasn't briefed. What happened again? Do you mind? May I?
Sure.
Thanks.
Ghosts can't have pictures.
Claire's asleep. I'm going out for a bite.
I love when you give a character a thing. Like, having a G.
Mr.
Yo,
Six.
is that a monkey?
Six, brother.
Oh no.
She's stabilized. Tell Donald there was a programming glitch. We were able to repair it non-invasive.
You feeling better?
Just another Thursday. Donald says this is the best medicine. Ice cream. Tend to agree. Only family I got.
Closest thing to family I got, too.
Maybe that kind of makes us family.
Uh-oh.
You should go to bed.
All right, little one. You heard the number?
Heard the number.
Can I play a record?
Oh, please be a good track for a fight. Dude, I want to live in all these places. This house is sick, and the lighting, clearly, there's a, it's gotta be a pool reflection? I don't know what it is. I want to live in this house. Please tell me he's gonna kill all these guys and they're not even gonna know. Even that, like, I was just about to say, man, fighting with the flashlight creates a good visual on that close-up, that wide shot even better. Okay, she is gonna see what he does.
Everything okay?
Yeah. Broke a ball.
Broke a ball.
You sure you're alright?
Just another Thursday. You should go to bed. Good night.
Night.
Present day. Dude, this is a global romp all over the place.
I got dry cleaning.
Nein. Ich bin ausgebucht.
I want the works. Starch, clean, press, and I wanted same-day service. Can you do it or what?
That's a very expensive laundry list. You seem like a man who wants your shirts done right.
Look at this guy.
Hide your passports over there. Where are you going?
It's... yeah, I'm looking for a pacemaker.
I can get you a serial number.
This will be a minute. I'm getting that.
I think you should go get yourself cleaned up before we take your pictures. Unless bloody and beaten is the kind of look you're going for.
Jesus, dude. He is Photoshop. I was talking to my mom about this the other day. I feel like Gosling hasn't taken his shirt off a lot, and we were talking about him playing Ken in the Barbie movie. I was like, he's basically photoshopped, man. Like they say that in that that movie with Steve Carell, Crazy Stupid Love. Photoshopped. Also, I want to know what happened to his shoulder.
Voila.
Already?
Oh yeah. And with this setup, I could read the Pope's diary. Yeah, you can stand over there. You'll need an alias, and it has to be something very, very easy to forget. John, Joe, Juan Pablo. It's also a very common name in Ecuador.
Let's go. Yeah, I'm all talked out, all right?
What is this guy's deal?
Can you give a step towards me, please?
Yes.
The only problem with that sort of alias is that emotional memory has stain. You know all about notoriety, don't you?
Damn it. You knew he was setting him up. What happened?
All right. Trap door. Unexpected. Someone very upset with you. And 7 zeros worth.
Oh, Jesus.
Hey, it's mine.
I don't like that. He was smart enough to be suspicious the whole time. I mean, I guess we wouldn't think trap floor, but I don't like that he was a step ahead and he still got.
You don't usually come this attractive.
That's called harassment.
Maybe that's harassment. Buckle up. What was your first clue Sierra 6 was gonna break procedure?
When he didn't show at the expo. I never even met Six until I landed in Bangkok.
You know where 6 is?
No.
Open that file. In a career spanning 2 decades, that's everything we have on your partner 6.
Nothing.
They found him. Who's the closest to you? We are.
The Gray Men. Their predecessor's idea. He funded a program to recruit hardened criminals, commuting their sentences in exchange for a lifelong commitment to the agency. Assets were chosen for their skill set, lack of family, and plausible deniability. Identities permanently destroyed.
MacGyver style out here.
Every single Sierra flamed out. All dead or back in prison. 6 is the last of the dirty half dozen, and he is 100% conforming to pattern.
Remove yourself from my personal space.
Officer, I have reason to believe you are not being truthful in this debrief, and as such, I must recommend you be suspended from field duty.
I want to talk to my COS.
I already did. She's lost confidence in you.
He's gonna fill that whole room with water. He's gonna fill that whole room with water. Dude, I'm loving this MacGyver stuff right now.
Where's the target? Where's my money?
Oh, that was awesome. Oh, here we go. Let's go. Oh, no.
Hey, Sunshine. You must be Lloyd. What gave it away? The white pants, the trash stash. It leans Lloyd. Where's the drive? Got it here somewhere. It's hard to see. Is that it?
That was great. Oh man, the approach to both of these characters is so good.
Nice try, Pumpkin.
So sure are you.
Why? You want my foot in your ass?
Ah, shit!
I need to shoot. Oh, it is nice.
Who's this lunatic?
Lloyd.
Let's go.
How'd you find me?
You make a lot of noise. Hey, open it.
Not the trunk.
Get in.
I could really use a comfortable chair right now.
Oh. We are bouncing all over the place. Croatia now. Look at how gorgeous that is. Whoa. Is that a real place? Or is that like one of them CGI magic tricks? Holy shit, man. How do people live in places like this?
Is that Donald Fitzroy? What the hell are you doing?
We got
Man,
Hammock.
long time. If I'm honest, I liked your old haircut. The one where you didn't look like a pig.
There's that double pair.
You've been hired by the agency
To do your job because you couldn't.
Can someone get me a Vicodin, please?
So
I am your only prayer at getting that drive back. Because I can do everything the agency can't. You know all those rules you guys are always trying to work your way around? They don't mean dick to me. So unless you want our names spilled across every news alert, on every phone, in every pocket on Earth, shut up and go sit in the corner.
How about that?
Forget about the Vicodin.
Why are you walking like that?
Because I got shot in the ass, Suzanne!
I love Evans so much.
They think I'm into whatever you're into. You're gonna tell them I'm not.
What gives you the impression that they care what I think?
This is my career, you understand? You're just an asset. What did he give you?
An encrypted drive.
What's on it?
It's encrypted.
Wanna see it?
I don't have it.
Where is it?
How do I know I can trust you?
Because I just saved your life.
It's a fair point. I sent it to Margaret Cahill, the UK agency chief, okay?
Get comfortable.
Get comfortable like we're going to Prague, or...
Everybody be advised, he has help.
We sure?
Well, I didn't trank myself in the ass.
Clerk said it was to a P.O. box in Prague.
That'll do, Big.
That'll do.
Goldilocks, would you be a lamb and excuse us?
Go to hell.
Yo.
Peacemaker, jackass!
Well, then she definitely shouldn't stick around for this next one. There's someone in Prague that he trusts the most.
It's your mother.
Boring.
Oh, what the who does that? Jeez. I have big ears, that would hurt.
Whatever I just did to your ears, it's not even torture. I just made it up. On the spot. Just came to me. And that's how this is gonna go.
Oh, no, not the fingernails.
Boring.
No, fingernails is so much.
Should we try again?
Okay, fine.
Who's in Prague?
I already told you I don't know.
Maybe we should get the girl back in here.
Russo Brothers loving these drones in this movie, the transitions. Oh, Alfie. Man, that makeup job, man. They make her look like she is dying.
Yes,
Have you tried aluminum siding?
I prefer fiberglass.
At least you don't have to paint.
Your Berlin station. Until this morning. I'm here with 6.
Where is he?
The trunk.
Well played.
Well played.
3 months. Optimistic. If you utter anything remotely sympathetic, I will shoot you.
Have you been well enough to check your mail lately?
I have. Assassination, torture, bombings, with no regard for collateral damage.
Oh, shit.
Lead, lights on the left. I can see. Go!
Don't do this!
Oh, no.
Open the door!
I mean, she's only got 3 months, I guess. Trying to get her punch her ticket to Valhalla. Dying battle. They better not freeze out Henwick and the Armis, though. Like, both of them do such great action work. We got a taste of Armis. Nothing from Henwick yet.
Where is he?
Where is who?
What the hell does she do?
Whatever they are paying you.
That's bomb.
It is not enough.
Oh, she put... Oh, wow. Oh, Jesus.
Well, that was unexpected.
Did we just kill Margaret Cahill?
Send everyone. Get them in there, every team. Light it up.
Oh, God. That's not good. He's wearing what's his face's shoes.
Team arriving now.
Clown's a sitting duck. You have my permission to shoot anyone standing in his way.
You should clear the square.
I told you to shut up.
Jesus. Oh, good God.
We're going to prison for this.
Keep any more cops out of that square. Get Bravo team in there. We need more guns.
Good God. This is nuts. Like, is he gonna kill all these guys? I feel like we're set up to just watch them all start dropping off that board. Oh, shoot that first.
My God, how hard is it to shoot somebody?
Maybe you should be doing it, Evans. Sitting in a mansion just watching. What are we paying you for?
Extra $10 million to the first guy to put a bullet in his Ken doll's brain.
Again! Like, handcuff first.
What happened?
Relay antenna must have snapped off.
Anybody got eyes on him?
Negative, we lost him.
Nice. It's very video game-esque. Darmus? Yep. That bad boy is bulletproof. Let's go.
Jump!
Oh no. Ooh, pretty hand move. And right out the bus. It's like a tweak on the Indiana Jones. Look at this cool thing, and then you're dead. Nice. I just love the nonchalantness to Gosling when he's in these type of roles. Oh no! Good God. Oh my gosh. Whoa. Yikes. Didn't even look. Oh man, my dude's got no look shots out here. Yikes. Oh, that's maybe not the smartest thing. Oh God. Holy shit, dude. That's insane. Oh, I want the behind the scenes on this movie, man. That was he just gets up. That was sick. This action is, oh man, Russo's, they do it pretty damn well, I gotta say, man. I'm out of water. Just nonchalant, everything about it, man, nonchalant, I love it.
Thanks.
Thanks.
All teams report status.
They all did.
This will be taught in schools as the primary example of exactly what not to do in asset retrieval.
This is Lone Wolf. Over.
Hello, my sexy Tamil friend.
Tracking the target.
No change, Lone Wolf. Get me that asset. What I do can't be done.
You hurt?
I mean, my ego's a little bruised. I'd like the opportunity to save you at some point. I want you to be in danger just so I can save you.
You said they had the crew.
Yeah.
How do we find her?
That was awesome.
She's got a pacemaker. You don't have a handcuff key, do you?
Jeez, what a mess. Oh, this guy. You're gonna go into a hospital?
You know you have 10 fingers.
Yeah, and a few cans of pepper spray in my eyes. And you can't all caps on this thing, so you have to control shift. It's a process. There.
She's in Croatia.
I mean, I can see that. Not in Croatian. We need a ride. I call not trunk.
Oh no! How'd this guy get back there?
Give it to me.
You wanna go first?
You go.
Oh no, yeah, no! Oh, no. There we go. I like the little spin move, Anna. Oh, you gotta zap the shit out of him. I just beat him with the paddles. Yep. Oh, nope. Oh, no. Everybody just jumping out windows, man.
Help me! That's him! That's the man from the square! He's trying to kill me!
You could hear him groan me at the car. Oh, man.
Hey! Give me the gun.
Woo! Safety? Oh, he gave her an unloaded gun.
You gave me an empty gun?
The shells were coming. You ran away too
Then
fast.
you need to say, hey, wait, that's empty.
Who throws a loaded gun?
I asked for a loaded gun.
No one throws a loaded weapon, okay? Are you coming? I'm gonna bleed out while we have this conversation.
This is such an odd movie for me.
What are you doing?
Oh. Breaking into a vent.
Why'd you go to prison?
Why do you ask?
So I want to know.
Will it affect whether you help me or not?
Maybe.
That's fair enough. Is this puppy mouthwash? Okay. Oh. Well, my father fancied himself a real macho man, and he was hell-bent on turning me and my brother into the same.
So I killed him.
Unfortunately, his methods were a little unsound. He started laying into my brother so hard that at a certain point, it was clear it was either going to be my brother or him.
Damn, he was in jail that
I decided
whole
it would
time.
be him. So what do you say? We gonna do this or not?
At least the two of them are together.
You know what I love about you? You look like you've been hit by a bus, but it only adds to your mystique. Yahtzee.
Well, you guys looking for me?
It's what's new!
Quick question. You 42 regular?
Always asking people what size they are.
Suzanne, please pay my Timmel friend and send him on his way. Get the Jenny up.
Hi, we here.
Lock everything down. All units to the courtyard. And do not pay this asshole.
Go, 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 go. Just boom! Explosions everywhere. Dun, 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 dun. Love that.
Give me eyes on the bridge.
Evans to Armis, round 2. Like them being on opposing sides.
He's trying to draw us away. Shit.
Maybe a short-lived round 2. Shoot our way out. Alright, let's go.
He's in the house.
And you alone. Oh, I love Bad Evans. I'm such a bad guy fan. Like, I bet you, all your favorite acting heroes, give them a shot on the other side, probably like them more. You can just be so much more fun, I feel like, when you're a bad guy.
Shit.
Oh, boy. Tell you, man. Darmus really loves blowing shit up.
Do you have a plan, or we're just improvising here?
Yeah, I got a plan. You got your swim trunks?
You're making me destroy a historic building here!
All right, let's get ready to jump.
Oh, he did get shot.
How was that? What do you think it is? Go, Six, get her out.
No, man.
Take this. Give me a hand grenade. Do you understand me? Go! You go with Six, baby.
Billy Bob. Oof. Are we finally gonna get some Henwick versus to Armus? Nah, this loser. Can we get Henwick into Armus versus this loser? It's like, if Henwick's smart, man, that drive's the only thing that's gonna save her career.
Boring. You do.
Man. Where's Jessica Henwick? Russo Brothers couldn't possibly be so stupid as to sideline her from the action the whole movie. Nice. Oh no! They've come up with some really clever things stunt-wise. Like, this thing is genius. Oh, the double! Oh no. Oh no. Random turn.
I don't care about the money anymore. These are not honorable people. Take it.
So random. I mean, it was late in there, but...
Stay down.
Here we go, finally. This showdown better be freaking epic. Oh! Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, gee. Now we're going in. They're like... We are covering all spectrums of action and action environments. Jesus.
Now, I'm gonna stop you right there, Cupcake. I mean, I'm having a blast, but it's way past the kid's bedtime, don't you think? If your strategy relies on whether or not I'll kill a child, you need a new strategy. Cute. I meant with the bullets.
Nobody throws a loaded gun, Lloyd.
I think I'm better than you. What do you say, Six? You want to dance?
Push him right and I'll have the shot.
Forget the shot.
Come get the kid.
Yes.
There. This is just another Thursday.
Kick his ass.
Finally. Let's get this going. Waiting all movie for this. All their showdowns have been too not long enough. Mano y mano. Reading them. Love that. It's cocky. Ooh.
Miss your fingers, Lloyd. Still getting used to it.
Oh. There we go.
Let's see if these moves fuck.
That hair. Oh, everything about him is evil. I love it. Whoa! Okay. I'm getting golden hour right now. Oh my god. There it is. Got him. What the That's what we saved Jessica Henwick for? Oh, this movie. I want to love this movie. Ugh. We got... What? Huh?
Just need you compliant.
Can I comply over there?
Knock yourself out. I mean, look. Lloyd Hansen was a toxic piece of shit, right?
Yeah, that's right.
We have history. Me, Denny, Lloyd, we all went to Harvard together. Those two had this absurd romance, which made it impossible for me to prove to Denny how much of a liability Lloyd was. Then I see you two troglodytes bashing each other. The whole thing just crystallized. Lloyd Hansen is gonna posthumously take the fall for everything that has happened. No, I know how to do that. What I need are a few witnesses to corroborate my story. So, if you want that girl to live to a ripe old age, you are gonna do exactly what I tell you to. Bad news is you'll probably get your old self back. But the good news is, if you behave, I'll let you out to play sometimes. Because frankly, you are freakishly good at what you do. What do you have a question? What is that?
Does this plan involve me living?
Yes, yeah, you're gonna live.
You should go. A lot of blood.
That right there pisses me off so much. How you don't have the two of them throw down. Just a missed opportunity. Jessica Henwick in general. Jessica Henwick is phenomenal in action. And I didn't use her to do anything but shoot Chris Evans. That's super disappointing for me.
This will forever be remembered as one of the darker chapters in the history of this agency, that a rogue independent contractor as morally dubious as Lloyd Hansen could literally steal company resources to commit crimes. This is a black eye on all of us. I don't know how to defend it.
Joe.
However, after much deliberation and based on your corroborative depiction of events, this committee and myself have decided to exonerate the three of you in this affair.
You did the right thing. Good.
Thank you, sir.
Jessica Henwick's character was never set up to be a bad guy.
If anything ever happens to Claire Fitzroy, deal's off.
Remove yourself from my personal space.
Oh, shit.
Let's go.
Stay right. Move clear. Lock down the perimeter. 6 is a runner. Repeat, 6 is a runner.
With me.
Shh. He took everyone out. 6.
Trying out a dream. Am I allowed to chew gum in here?
As where it ends. Oh man, they worked with Marcus and McFeely on that. Oh, Marcus and McFeely, you guys are out. Like, I was sitting here going in my head, like, I feel like they need Marcus and McFeely around because my issues are a lot of it stemming from the script. Wow. Marcus and McFeely are so smart, and this movie just does some very not smart things. But I know these visual graphics are phenomenal. It's such a strange movie. I totally understand why it's getting mixed reviews. And we're going to get into it. One of the things, though, that for me, it took me a while, was like, why is this movie not working? This feels like the sequel to something. Like, story-wise, script-wise, like, all of that movement feels like there was something before this that already existed. Because it's definitely got, like, John Wick elements to it. Like, they're you know, I think the Russos are definitely striving for something in that realm. But, like, my thing is, alright, reset, right? Reason that John Wick works so well is you have a very, very simple driving motivator, right? For both the character and for the audience. You steal a man's car and kill his dog. You know, I get why John Wick does everything that he does in that first movie. And because he does that, it pulls him back into everything in a way where you don't have to have super complicated or intricate or clever scripts. You can really... The thing that I've always said has been genius about a Netflix presentation. We get in everything or just right into... Alright, so right into the... yeah, so nothing. Alright. Day Shift. Is this like a trailer? Oh, they dropped Day Shift? Oh, this is a trailer. I gotta watch that. All right, put that on my to-do list coming August 12th. But yeah, like the thing that's been always genius for me when it comes to John Wick is that simple motivating factor, right? Your premise and your story motivator is that, and you tie in, you know, like his wife and the fact that the dog was the last thing she left him. It's such a simple story beat, and you're able to put it right up at the front, you know, and you can kind of bookend it, right, with how they operate in that first one. But once you get that stuff set, that movie is just open for action, as long as you keep your plot simple, right? Like, let me get from point A to point B quickest way I could possibly do it. And every John Wick movie does that, and it builds off of that first movie, right? That first movie gives you everything you need for that character to do anything going forward. So when you get into the second and the third ones, same thing. You're keeping your general premise and script pretty simple. Let's get from point A to point B. And in between that, because you're not overcomplicating anything, you're able to do all this action. And that's the thing that I felt like I was missing during the movie, and the way that they handle it and where they decide to enter in some of the beats for Six's character to give him the motivational things. Like, it didn't feel like it was quite set up that way. You know what I mean? And it also took on kind of like a Mission Impossible type vibe where you're jumping all over the globe and we've got agencies and things involved. And for me, I think the thing that hurts this movie is it overcomplicated itself. You could have kept this very, very simple. Point A to point B. And you lay in all that, like, there's elements in all of the character work that I really dig here. Like, I like a lot of the things about them. Obviously, I think Six has the most fleshed out about his character, and again, I think the way that's delivered throughout the movie is a little bit of a miss. I don't know. Sometimes I don't mind when you jump back, and there were moments where the jump backs worked, but there were others where it's like I feel like you could have packaged that more up front. But Six as a character, I think, is very interesting, and when you finally get the reveal about why he was in prison, and I feel like that you could have had up at the top. I think a lot of my issues with some of the script stuff is order placement. But like once you have all of that stuff, like that character is very interesting. It's someone you want to ride with, you want to root for, and Gosling crushes it, man. I mean, I don't understand why this guy, like, traditionally, I think, doesn't have like super strong box office numbers, and I don't get it because he's literally everything you want, man. I mean, we were joking around about the Photoshop elements. Like, he doesn't take off his shirt a lot, but when he does, like, that dude, he's got the physique. That's a good-looking dude, man. He's got the looks. He's got the charisma, the charm. And with Six, you know, similar to his Drive character, he can kind of... The thing that I like is it felt like he pulled a lot of that Drive character with him, but kept a little bit of his character from The Good Guys with Russell Crowe, where like you're able to interject that humor in these just every once in a while one-liners that are phenomenal. But he really carries himself in that I'm here to do a job and I'm going to do the job. And giving him things to care about obviously makes that character more interesting. But he delivers on all of that stuff. And it's someone that you enjoy riding with. And on the flip side, you go over the freaking Chris Evans's Lloyd Hansen, who's just batshit crazy. It's the perfect dynamic, right? Like you very similar to Nope. I'll be talking about that, in upcoming reviews. But like the way that Kaluuya and Keke Palmer kind of balancing each other, where Kaluuya's kind of the quiet and Palmer's the firecracker. That's kind of your inverse here, where Gosling can hang and he can give you those one-liner kicks that you need, but he's gotta let Evans do all the talking. And Evans is flashy and just a dude, like he called Billy Bob a dude, but he's everything about him just screams evil, from the mustache to the super tight-fitting polos and the white pants and the no socks with the shoes. Like, what kind of assassin goes sockless? You know what I mean? Like, everything about him screams evil, and you don't need much, right, from him on a character development. You let the character do all that work for you, which the Russo brothers do. But at the same time, like, I don't know, I felt like Evans was just underutilized. Like, if his character is, like, there were elements about the character that didn't quite jive by the time you get to the end, right? Like, motivationally, once he removes himself, the first time we see Evans's character, you're like, Lloyd is a guy who will do whatever he's got to do, loves that he doesn't have to play by the rules, very much Harvard bro, and like that's and I'm here for that, right? Like you get this, I'm get my hands dirty. He enjoys doing the work, and then all of a sudden he swings to this. I'm sitting in a room watching everything on TV, directing 35 dudes that Ryan Gosling is going to kill, which doesn't necessarily not work for the character at that point in the movie. It was a little frustrating because I'm like, I'm here for Gosling and Evans. I want to see these guys throw down. But you kind of plays into that Harvard bro vibe where it's like, you know what? I'll get my hands dirty when I know that I'm good. I don't have anything to worry about. But if you interject an element that could disrupt that and put me in danger, well, you know what? I'll let other people go handle that. And that's fine if that's where you want to take the character. Like I said, disappointing for me as a fan watching the movie because you're not going to really get the type of action I was hoping we would get building to that showdown. But the movie does deliver it. It gives you the showdown. It gives you Gosling versus Evans, and it's a really nice piece. It wasn't short. I thought it was going to be quick. It was longer than I thought they were going to go with how the movie was rolling at that point. So I was excited about that. The choreography was good. The back and forth was great. The ending was terrible. I hated that Henwick shot him. Like, just let Gosling finish it off. However, once you interject that element of like Evans kind of being hands off and I'll get out of dodge and stay squeaky, not he'll get dirty, but like, not trying to put himself in harm's way, to flip back to the ego of I think I'm better than you, so let's throw down while I'm 2 fingers short. I'm like, Evans plays everything so perfectly, but like the way he like started like, oh, that stings. Like you're already hurt and you're going up against a dude who just mowed down how many of your top-notch operatives in the CIA? Like, I just don't think it makes sense for the character, once he becomes the, like, headquarters version of that character, to be the guy that's like, I'm gonna throw down with you. Like, or to not waste a minute. Like, you would have thought if he had something that he could shoot at Gosling, the minute he's having that moment with the kid, like, get out of here, boom, shoot him right in the head. Like, that feels like that would have played more. Or get yourself to a spot where, boom, I'm gonna get out of dodge, recoup, and then I'll come at you when I have the upper hand. Like, that kind of feels more like what that character turns into, and then you get that showdown at the end, and it's like, yes, as a fan, that's the thing I thought the movie was always going to be building to. But when you suddenly change that a little bit, like, and those are the things in this movie that don't quite jive for me. And I kind of wish it would have just been like, keep everything that Evans is doing. The look, the vibe, the performance. I mean, he is having so much fun. And that's another thing that's a wonderful quality about a villain. When you get a villain like that, where you can tell that the actor is having so much fun, that fun almost fuels the evil in the villain. So, like, keep all of that stuff going. Just have him getting his hands dirty from jump. Have him in the field leading that mission that goes sideways when Gosling gets away. Have him get frustrated. Have Gosling get the upper hand on him once and get away. Or vice versa, stuff like that, where it's like him not being in there in the middle makes it weird that he decides to go one-on-one with this guy at the end. And then the Henwick thing. I mean, that just killed the whole momentum, right? It was like, this movie was teed up to be Evans versus Gosling. It's finally coming. It's the lead up to the sequence and the execution of the sequence is better than what I was expecting at that point in the movie. And then you take it away from him, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, shit, that's right, Jessica Henwick's in this movie. And you drop this whole thing that she also went to Harvard with the three of them, and like she felt like a character, right? Who, yes, you could tell that Evans and Reggie Jean Page know each other. They have some sort of former relationship. That's built in the movie pretty easily, but you don't get that from Henwick. And it feels like the whole way the movie was going, right? Like Henwick was gonna be the one that spins on the dime, and that's what lands everybody. That she's gonna be key to Gosling and to Armis doing everything that they need to do to win the movie, so to speak. And then all of a sudden you just have this heel turn where it's like, okay, I'm gonna kill the asshole, and now with him out of the way, I can go buddy up to my friend and advance my career. Like, it just made no sense. And all of my biggest issues with this movie stem from Jessica Henwick. And not because Henwick's doing anything bad, but because the absolute obvious thing is just completely ignored, and you waste a massive talent. Like, Jessica Henwick is so good in action sequences, whether it's the stuff she was doing in Thrones with the Sand Sisters, or the Sand Snakes. I don't even know, but the ones where she hung out with Tala from Obi-Wan, right? But like, she was great in that stuff. She's phenomenal in The Matrix. Like, when she's out doing what she's doing in there, like, she fits, she pops, she's striking on screen. And right out early in the movie, once you introduced her and then you introduced Armis, and you kind of see how things are going, I was like, Armis is going to team up with Gosling. Henwick will end up teaming up with Evans, but Henwick seems like a good guy, right? Doesn't seem like she's a bad guy. Very, not okay with Lloyd and understanding how crazy he is. And it just felt like it was teeing itself up where it's like, okay, that's going to be your 2v2. You got your male leads, your female leads. They're all phenomenal in the action realm. Let's have them go head to head. And, after I had that thought, I was like, oh, the movie's not going to do that. And then it brings everything to the house in Croatia, and you're like, oh, okay, cool. The movie is going to do that. Like, you're going to get Henwick and Armis, and they're going to fight, and then they're going to realize that, like, oh, we're actually on the same side, and then we're going to go get Evans, and we're going to put down Reggie Jean Page, and boom, like, the end of the movie writes itself, like, and all of a sudden, the dude who got the chain off of Gosling shows up for a fight, which, again, phenomenal choreography, and that back and forth with the trying to strangle each other was genius. Like, how they were both moving the ropes to a point where neither one of them is going to move. And that stuff was awesome. But why wasn't it Jessica Henwick? Like, that dude, you could, like, Evans like, pay him, get him out, right? All right, he's out. Boom. Henwick goes in there. The two of them fight. Oh, okay. Let's go help out, and then you can still get that showdown. And maybe that showdown even plays better, even if you do the stuff with Evans in the room. So it's like, just some of those story beats felt so misplaced and so off. And like I said, when you're not really giving me the John Wick style, right, where like this feels more like the piece that gets everything moving for Gosling's character is delivered early in the first movie, and then you get all this action, and okay, here's this new thing that gets laid in that brings Gosling back to have to do stuff, and then you could just run. Like, it felt like that stuff, like the build of the story development just didn't feel clean. Like, we just get thrown right into it, and that combo of the sequel quality of just being kind of tossed into a world where we don't know anybody, mixed with just some very strange choices based on how you built some of these characters. It's really shocking to me that Marcus and McFeely have this troubling a script, because for me, like, one of the things that, like, I sat back and like, you've seen some of the ups and downs with the Russos since Endgame, right? Where it's like, they've done some stuff behind the scenes, producing wise, 21 Bridges, Extraction, both movies I really liked, but both movies that felt like the script was suffering and or was the thing that was kind of dragging those two action movies down. And watching this movie, I was feeling very much the same. I was like, oh man, like, here's this thing again where it's like the action is phenomenal. We're going to talk about the action and all the things I do love in this movie in a minute. But like, it's the story that's holding me back from really loving this thing. And I was kind of shocked to see that Marcus and McFeely's names were on that, because I would have thought that they would have been more clever or just smarter to see some of these obvious things that, like, I feel like if you lay in there, the story elements of this movie work, and then this thing is a massive success because the action and the characters and the performances, holy freaking cow, man. Move over, because now we're going to talk about the good things in this movie. And look, man, while I got issues with some of the story decisions and things that have happened in the movie, strictly talking about the behind the camera stuff, and I think they got a little too drone happy. That the constant sweeping and move and to jump places was getting a little wearing toward the end. But some of the stuff that they do use the drones for give you phenomenal visuals, and what they tee up on the action standpoint. Like I said, I want to see the behind the scenes on this stuff, because the mixture of practical and visual, while sometimes not great, like the whole falling sequence out of the plane where clearly everything is digital, looked a little video gamey. That sequence, though, is wild visually and choreography wise. And I mean, same thing with like that sequence when he's on that train and running around and like lands on the hood of Darmis's car. Like, that stuff, that blending, again, the CG not super crisp, but that blending made the visual look crazy, where I'm like, I want to see how they shot that, right? Like, yeah, okay, the visual effects stuff isn't always 100% phenomenal here, and even the smoke stuff, like that's when you got the red smoke going off, which I was like, oh, that's a cool visual, but also what Gosling is doing in that sequence is actually using it for something. It was very obvious that was digital smoke. So the VFX are okay here. They're not 100% phenomenal, but from the creation standpoint, I would love to watch what that looks like, knowing that you're using visuals and practicals. But the stuff that the Russo brothers do behind the camera, their visual style is so striking. It is so very, very unique to them. Like, the minute you watch a Russo brothers movie and you know they're behind the camera, you're like, oh yeah, it's a Russo brothers movie if I didn't know that it was them. Like, their visual style is phenomenal. I love the way they shoot action. Some of the hand-to-hand stuff, I feel like they're very much at times in that cinematic mode of let's cut around and give different options, which looks cool, but sometimes, me personally, I'm like, just sit back and let some of the hand-to-hand go. And they do that at times. But the overall visual of the movie, I mean, is just phenomenal. What they do with the cameras, where they put them, how they shoot their action, it has such a unique flavor and vibe, like very much like John Wick. I know what I'm going into when I go to a John Wick movie. I know what I'm getting from, Chad Stahelski, because that dude is legendary. I also feel this way with the Russo brothers. Like, you know what you're getting when you get into an action movie that the Russo brothers are doing. And the action in this is phenomenal. I mean, it's off the some of the stuff is just off the charts. Like, it's crazy, but it all works. Like, I never thought there was any action where I was like, okay, now you're just getting too off the walls. Like, for the most part, it all still feels fairly grounded. There are some absurd moments, but this is also a movie that lends itself to that, and each one of the sequences in this movie, like, really pops, whether it's that airplane sequence, the hospital sequence. Well, that was the one stretch where I was like, all right, now we're having a fight in a hospital. Like, it's getting a little too much. But like that stretch like worked really well. That stuff with the smoke, the finale. I mean, you're going like from inside the mansion stuff to the giant hedge maze. Like, all of the setups, like every single one of them just have wonderful pop. And Ryan Gosling, like, good, like, that's maybe one of the other small things. I felt like Chris Evans was like Jessica Henwick, completely just underutilized, terribly. Evans, I felt like, was a little underutilized in the movie, and same with Darmis. I mean, Darmis is probably closer to being right where she needs to be in the action, but like I would have enjoyed more. Like I said, that like a Darmis Henwick scene is what I'm missing when it comes to the action and stuff. But I mean, what you get from Gosling carrying this movie. Like, there was one point early where a lot of the cutting was happening. I was like, I know Gosling can do choreography and stuff. Like, he's really, really good with that in Drive. I was like, I really wish we, like, it felt like, oh man, we're gonna get to this point where it's like Evans can do 90% of his stuff, and it maybe felt kind of like Gosling was doing like 70 or 80. Now, by the time the movie's over, I'm sitting here going, I think maybe it was just where the cameras were that it made me think that it was a stunt double, or just that one sequence, because Gosling is doing most of the stuff here. I mean, you see him in all those hand-to-hand moments, and just a lot of the action in general. Like, he is full in it, man, and he kicked ass. I loved it, and he's huge. Like, like I said, he's a guy who finds himself in these action movies where he doesn't really have to. He doesn't wear super tight clothing like Evans. Like, you can tell Evans is joked the whole movie because he might as well not be wearing. You can just wear pasties, man. You don't want to show the nips. Those things are glued to his body. But like, that's not Gosling's vibe, you know. And the rare moment where you do see him you're like, holy shit, this dude, what? He might have been in the gym. But he does everything that they ask him for in this movie, and phenomenal. And the character, like I said, Six is a character I really dig, and it fits Gosling perfectly. You know what I mean? Like, you take the humor and the charm and the charisma that you don't have in Drive, and you give it to him with that type of mentality. Really, really works, and he's a fun assassin to ride with. And again, like, all the interesting story stuff come from his story, which is how it should work. But like, the idea of him being in prison, being taken out, put on the job, working with Billy Bob Thornton, who's the people that they pair him with in this movie. I mean, the scene with Alfie Woodward was great. I love his chemistry with Billy Bob. Him and Ana de Armas are phenomenal together. Like, it just, he was more than I was expecting, and he was just phenomenal. Like I said, Evans, man, was he just chewing the scenery, dude. It's like, you just put that mustache on his face, and it's kind of like how Pattinson said, like, oh, you know, I'm working on my Batman voice, but in all honesty, once I put the cowl on, the voice just became a thing. It's like, you put that mustache on Evans, and he just turns the switch on to evil. And everything about him, from his look to the way he carries himself to the way he talks, he's just oozing the whole movie, and it's wonderful. Like, he is Captain America through and through, but I so thoroughly enjoy him being a bad guy, and I love the fact that, like, all of his bad guys have a thing. You know, the cardigan, sweater, and Knives Out, the mustache now. And speaking of things, quick side note on Six, I love the gum chewing thing. It adds to the character, and every time he pops up and he's chewing, or he's not chewing, it adds something to it. Like, I love when you can give characters things like that. And the mustache, for Evans, very much is a thing like that, where it's like, he nailed it. I would have liked a little bit more action from him. Like I said, I think it would have worked better if he would have been involved in that middle action sequence. That was like the chase with the trolley car and the handcuffing to the bench. Like, the creativity in the action sequences, like I said, each one has something unique to it. Like, that was phenomenal, man. Like, that stuff's so super enjoyable. And like I said, as a surface action flick, I think this movie's great. It's when you start getting into the script and the choices of the story that I start having issues. But like, the stuff you give Evans, he knocks it out of the ballpark. Same with Ana de Armas. I tell you, man, this woman, talk about capitalizing on a rising star. Like, you get your pop moment, and now all of a sudden she's everywhere, right? You do Knives Out. I'd seen de Armas doing some things. She was someone I was already paying attention to. But you do Knives Out, then all of a sudden you're in, No Time to Die for a little James Bond action. You're now in The Gray Man. She's being Marilyn Monroe. Like, talk about a woman who was like, I got this. I've been doing this for a while, and I just popped in a way where everybody knows who I am. I'm gonna grab everything I can grab. And the best part about that is she's awesome, dude. Like, she's so good. She's charming. She's charismatic. She carries herself really well on screen. And, like, she can totally play, like, the damsel in distress. But the thing that I love most about her is that she can just flat out play the hero. And she's great at that stuff. And I think there was some character development stuff, like we talked about, that probably could have made some of her sequences and moments pop a little bit more, make that character a little fuller, give it a little bit more drive to purpose to what she's doing. But I mean, the action sequences, man, that opening sequence, and like I said, that one that ends her up with the assassin dude, great freaking stuff. Even just her shooting off the freaking rockets, man, like running through. I loved all of that. And her back and forth with Gosling is great. I mean, that whole bit with the empty gun, wonderful stuff. Because like for a hot second, even I was like, why would you give her an empty gun? Like at this point, she's proven herself. And Gosling's just like, you don't throw a loaded gun. That's stupid. You know what I mean? And I love how that, like the way they played. And then how that all comes back around. And like I said, Gosling, his charm and his charisma, and just the way he bounces off everybody, especially that little girl, like the same thing, just some of those interactions, like that stuff works really well. And I thought him and de Armas were a wonderful team. The only thing missing for me, I would have liked to seen her and Henwick throw down and then become a little team themselves. Speaking of Jessica Henwick, why cast her if this is what you're going to do? Like, I just feel like she was so underutilized. It was just a huge missed opportunity. She does fine with what she's given, I think Henwick's really talented. I just think the story made no sense around her character, and I just don't understand why you don't put her in any action sequences, and then, like, you just want to piss me off, you don't use her, and then you have her finish off Evans in the moment where it should be Gosling. Like, frustrating elements of this movie, but Henwick's good. They just didn't give her much, and that's super disappointing. Let's see, who else we got in this? Billy Bob Thornton, fantastic. I always love Billy Bob. Anytime he pops up, I'm a big Billy Bob Thornton fan. And same thing, chemistry he has with Gosling. Like, that's one of those things where it's like, you literally built yourself into a franchise. Like, you keep him around, him, Alfie Woodard, Ana de Armas, Ryan Gosling, and that little girl. You get the five of them together, man. You could have done, like, this world. Like, the Gray Man could have been a franchise, man. You could take Gray Man everywhere, but you get rid of Woodward, you get rid of Billy Bob, and it's like, I don't know. But, that being said, while I was frustrated that he went and blew himself up, Billy Bob is always phenomenal. I thought he had very good chemistry with Gosling. And like I said, one of the disappointing elements that he's not there is, like, I really like that relationship and where it comes from and where it's built from. And, like, some of those back and forth jumps, while where they hit in the movie they didn't quite work for me, or they disrupted me, the elements were there where it's like, I like what's happening in this scene, and the whole movie did that. Like, it was just like, I like the elements over here, and I like this over here, and I like this over here, but how I get to those 4 points, it's a little funky. And I don't know, it just felt like watching this movie, it just feels like much like Extraction. You come back and do more of these, man. And Gosling is phenomenal, and there's plenty of great action people you could have him go opposite of to do stuff like with what Evans was doing. But taking Billy Bob off the board just kind of hurt, because I would have loved if you did more movies to see more of that relationship. Speaking of people that are no longer in the movie and the relationships that they have, Alfie Woodard was always phenomenal. The makeup on her on the back end was wild. She looked like she was dying, but she's great. And as someone, again, also kind of underutilized, where it's like, that's fine for this movie if she was still in play. But, again, even the character choice that she makes seemed to jive with that character. I just didn't get to spend enough time with her. Let's see. And then we'll go Danush. That's the guy. Couldn't think of his name. Great. I thought he was a nice head-to-head with Gosling. I liked that whole sequence at the hospital. It's like he came in and was like, okay, this guy where'd he come from? Out of nowhere. Just kind of like, it felt like there should have been a little bit more build-up for that character, especially with like the kind of gravitas he comes into as an action from the action end. But I thought worked really well in that action bit, and then again, just strange choice to fight de Armas and then get to the point where it's like, hey, we're done. Here's the thing. Like, it just felt weird. But again, someone else who I thought he did exactly what he needed to do, stayed around a little too long. But I did enjoy him. Reggie Jean Page, I tell you, man, you give that British charm dog an American accent, he played bad pretty well. I hated his cuts the whole movie. He feels like he's missing a little bit. Like, it's one of those things where it's like the relationship between Evans, him, and Henwick's characters just didn't quite hit exactly right. Where, like, even him disappearing, if you could have filled in that, like, if the stuff with her and Henwick, that whole piece would have been fleshed out more. I think him not being around during that piece would have made more sense. but it wasn't. So it kind of like I felt like he was missing at points. But it turns the uncomfortably evil on for sure, and that back and forth with the armness, and again uncomfortably evil. The way he's able to even just fling that, where it's like it felt very predatory. The way he was doing things, where it doesn't. Well, I mean, in a different kind of way, but like the way he flips her own words on him, like that's the type of stuff that character is built for. And I thought Paige did a fine job. But again, someone who isn't given a ton to do, so you're kind of stuck. Now, however, Julia Butters, what a phenomenal standout. Not a ton for her to do either as Claire, but that's where it's like these little moments in the movie are so well executed, like where we find out that back piece as to what connects Claire and Six. Stuff's wonderful, and the delivery that she gives and the way she bounces off Gosling really, really works and sets it. And again, something else that kind of reminded me of The Good Guys, where then you take that and you bring it on the back end of the movie, and it really locks that stuff in. Like, it's why I say it's a weird movie, because like those things work so well. It's just like the pieces that get you to there weren't. But I thought that Julia Butters did a phenomenal job with what she was given, and she's got a tough lift, and she hits the moments that she's supposed to hit, and the chemistry with her and Gosling was really good. Score worked sometimes. I thought, again, also kind of uneven. Like, there were moments where I felt like the score was dropping out, like almost like the sound of the movie was overpowering the score a couple times, which I thought was weird. But for the most part, it drives that movie. It really pushes the action sequences, and works fine. So look, it's a bit of a mixed bag for me. I'll probably do a non-spoiler and throw that up because I can get that up before I'll get this one up. But I think when I do the non-spoiler, I would have to give this one a 2.5 out of 5 C-Maniacs. Like, I hate that I got to give it a 2.5 because I enjoyed it. Like I said, the action is phenomenal. I mean, that little move, like, there are so many cool, unique choreography moments, like the back and forth on the bench, Gosling being handcuffed to the bench, the little flip where Evans is stuck and he needs the knife up here, and he just throws it up to himself, and that whole bit was great. I love the combo of like the hand-to-hand, the gun action, and then the knife action. Like, all of that stuff worked wonderfully. The visuals, the way the movie looks and moves, fantastic. I mean, the Russo brothers really understand action. The script I didn't think it was there. And again, it's one of those things where it's like, you don't need an intricate script. Script should be the last thing I'm thinking about in a movie like this. Like I said, John Wick, the genius. You give me everything I need story beat wise right out the gate at the beginning of those movies, and then it just leaves itself open for the action. Very much this movie could have done that, but because it decides to try to do more, it ends up, I think, kind of muddling areas that you don't need to even be thinking about, right? Like, I think you created logic holes and pain points that you could have avoided with just a more seamless, clean script. I mean, too many characters where, like, you're now having motivational choices happen that don't quite, like, too much. Simplify it. Bring it down. You want to do a movie with this much action where the action is pushing the movie? Then simplify what you're doing. And keep it easy. Your main beats and characters that you want to look at only have a couple. But I mean, the action in this thing is phenomenal. The performances are great. I'm just shocked that Marcus and McFeely kind of dropped the ball, I think, script wise for me on this one. So 2.5, man. I right down the middle. Like, I think you can put this on, and as a brainless, action movie, you're gonna enjoy the crap out of this. The minute you start turning your brain on and thinking, you might bump up against some things. But I think on the overall, I think this is a movie that is totally worthwhile in watching. It's entertaining. Pacing is a little off at times. Like, for a movie that has as much high octane movement as it does, it felt longer than 2 hours. But I mean, like I said, you're getting phenomenal stuff performance wise from Evans. I mean, the movie could be dog crap, and just what Evans is doing with Lloyd is more than worth your time to watch the movie. Throw in Gosling just kind of being the complete polar opposite to all of that stuff, and just the charm and the comedic one-liner timing mixed with the action and just the raw energy that he brings. Those two alone are what bring you to watch the movie. Those two alone probably all we really needed in the movie. But I mean, everybody that's in here is doing good things. I think most of the characters are interesting. It's just why they do some of the things they do and why they're in some of the places they're in, I got some questions on. So it's a mixed bag. I wish it wasn't a mixed bag, but 2.5 out of 5. This movie could have been terrible. And seeing some of the mixed reviews that were like coming out, there was one headline that was like, like Netflix is about to be staring at like the end, almost like this movie is kind of like the hinge point. Like if Netflix is going to survive all this, they need a banger, and this is the movie that it needs to be. And it's not quite a banger, which is unfortunate, but I think it is entertaining, and I think it's worth watching. And like I said, you can just have fun. If you don't think about the script elements, you can have a ton of fun with the performance and the action in this movie. So 2.5 out of 5 Seamaniacs for the Seaman. On the spoiler side of things, there's just it's a dope action movie. Like if you like action, you like interesting choreography and set pieces and moments that you're like, I've never seen that, or that was a cool thing to do. This movie's gonna give you tons of that. So, hey man, you got nothing to do on a weekend where maybe it's too hot to go outside. You just throw on the Gray Man. It's worth the watch. That's it, man. That's all I gotta say. You guys have seen the reactions, you've seen the thoughts. Now I want to know what you're thinking. Did this movie work for you? I peeped the RT score from the audience side just before, and it's in the 90s, so it seems like people are enjoying it. Is it because the action is so great and the performances are so entertaining that it's just, yeah, man, I'm gonna turn my brain off. I don't want to think and just let this one play out? Or did you butt up against some of the things? Like I said, I think this is a movie that you should just be able to turn your brain off and have a good time to. But as a movie junkie, there are just moments that like the script takes you to places where it's like, I never had to come over here and ask this question, but you brought me here and now I have to ask that. So did you bump into anything like that with this movie? Does this work across the board? Do you feel like there were missed opportunities? I'd really be interested to see how you guys feel about the uses of Jessica Henwick's character. Did you think that she was like that was a miss? Like, did you want action there? Anything you guys are thinking, man? I mean, how great is Gosling? Did you want more out of Evans? Or you just want to live in the oozing evil that is him? Was the armist great? I mean, there are a lot of characters in here. There's a lot of action. There's a lot of things going on. So anything you guys got, man, good, bad, indifferent on the Gray Man, goes down below in the comments section. Look forward to talking to you guys down there. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you're new, you want to come hang out with the Seaman anytime we're talking movies, TV, trailer, reactions. I'm going to slowly be getting caught up on San Diego Comic-Con stuff. Most likely by the time this video actually gets out, you probably have already seen some at San Diego Comic-Con stuff. But if you dig the vibe of this crazy long-haired nerd and you want to show a little love and support for the old Seaman, well then, hey, come join Seamaniac Nation. It's an ever-growing place. We've had a lot of new members join recently, which makes me so happy. I've been interacting with a ton of you. It's been a lot of fun. So if you haven't yet and you want to be involved in what's going on with Seamaniac Nation, it's easy. Just jump over there, man. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that little bell if you want those alerts, and boom, you've signed your ticket to be a Seamaniac yourself. So you guys go do that stuff. And that's it for me, man. So for the Seaman's Cinema Sit Down, I've been the Seaman. I'm signing off. Peace. Oh, hey, what's going on? You must be sticking around because you're looking for more content featuring this guy. Well, guess what? You're in the right place. You can check out more videos right here and right here. And if you have and you want to come join that Seamaniac Nation, you can hit that subscribe right over there.